Hi there. Welcome to another episode of That Green Thing. Today I want to prune my late lilac, Syringa villosa. It's not the most spectacular, showy of all lilacs, but I do like to collect lilacs. This one blooms, they call it late lilac, that's its common name, because it blooms just about 2 weeks after the common lilacs. So I planted this one about 15 years ago. It's a very vigorous, fast-growing shrub. I want to contain it to this space. I don't want it to get too big. So each year I have to give it attention. I like to do it in the fall. The common lilacs we usually prune immediately after flowering because it produces flowers on the previous year's buds. The late lilac, I don't know if I've read it or if I've just noticed, it blooms on current year growth, which means if I cut off any buds that may contain flower buds, I'm not worried because next year it will make new flower buds during the season. But my main objective is just to keep it tidy and tight in this space, not to overwhelm. Let me show you something here. When I bought this house, it didn't have any shrubs around it, nothing. And I told myself, I'm not going to be like most Americans, and it's not anyone's fault, but in America, we seem to tend to plant things right against the foundation. I wanted to make sure when I planted things, even when they grow to maturity, I can just about push a lawnmower behind here. These plantings have been here for years, and I can still easily get behind them to do lawn maintenance, siding maintenance. It permits airflow, which is great. You don't get the mildew and mold growing on the side. Isn't that nice? I just painted that last fall. Still good. Okay, so let's take a peek now at previous cuts I've made here. Some of them are quite large. Here, here, here. This shrub also happens to be right next to my wife's parking space. She's got shrubs battling on both sides. I have to trim them to keep the door from knocking. Really, if I don't do any maintenance, look at this, it's turning into a tree. So I do like to make some large cuts as well as small thinning cuts. Here's my favorite word in shrub pruning. I got it from bonsai culture. We want to have in the outer periphery, the top, it's called fine twig ramification. Basically, you want your smaller, more slender twigs up at the top. Visually, it's more attractive. And the denser, thicker, not denser, but the larger diameter stems will be at the bottom. It'll give it a tidy appearance. So I'll make a few thinning cuts. Conflicting cuts where we've got branches rubbing. I might take something out there. I think the easiest is to just set this camera on the tripod and go to it. I'll go grab my handsaw, 2-foot loppers, and hand snips. It's short enough I don't think I'll need a pole pruner. I can reach up with the loppers and make any cuts up there. Alright, watch me do this. By the way, it's November 6th and 72 degrees way up here in Maine. I think that's good enough for now.